Hey all, Cypher and welcome back to another Outerplane video. Now this is going to be a short guide for players who are having difficulty dealing with the Chimera boss. Now for those of you who do not know, Chimera is probably the best boss to fight in Ecology Study, and that's because the sets that he gives is just amazing. It's all over, it's pretty much unilaterally the most farmed dungeon I think in the entire game, and that's because look at the sets. Counterattack sets. Now counterattack sets, arguably it's not that good, but with the introduction of Demi-Stella and I think even niche users like Veronica, both of them use counterattack set pretty wisely. Even I think Hanbu Lee uses counterattack set pretty wisely, even though she has a counterattack buff, but I think that extra measure of counterattack is just great, right? Speed set, of course, speed set is probably the most abundant set in the game. Everybody wants a speed set, right? Your healers, your DPSers, your enablers like Valentines, your Rins, your Cindy's, everybody wants a speed set, right? Critical strike set, arguably the least attractive set out of all of them. It's very niche, probably only used by stuff like Noah, Francisca. Accuracy set, again, is used by some heroes like Eternal, Dolly, basically those who really want to counter evasion. Right, I think accuracy counters evasion and effectiveness counters resilience. That's how it works. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't exactly know. I have not tested it yet. All right. Anyways, enough chit chatting. Let's get into the mechanics of the boss. Right. So this is the team that I usually use, and this is 100% auto team. Of course, I have Eternal. I have a 5-star Noah because I farm Noah shards from the side story. Tio is pretty easy to get. She's free to play. Of course, I'm using Tio's EE, which is very important. We'll get into that. Valentine is literally just 3 stars. Alright, apart from that, this is the team that I'm using. Of course, you can switch Eternal with stuff like Dolly. I think Dolly is pretty amazing. Me personally, I like Eternal because, of course, she's fire elements, which is, of course, beneficial for Chimera boss. Also, she brings the helpful defense down, which is amazing for dealing with this boss, right? Let's take a look at his abilities. So his first skill, attacks 2 enemies, then attacks all enemies if the cost of his defense is currently increased. His damage is increasing proportional to his defense. This is why I said bringing in Eternal is pretty amazing, because she has defense down on both of her skills, her A3 and her A1. Her A2 is evasion, which is like, I think it's pretty useless against bosses, but it's good for something at least. But yeah, so you see, when you use Eternal or basically any defense down, of course I don't think you would use anybody other than Eternal for defense down. I think there's one more hero. I think Cindy uses defense down on her first skill, but she's water element, so it's really not preferred to bring her here because she'll take just more damage, and she probably will not survive the hits. Apart from that, of course, you can use Dolly to lower the speed. So this skill doesn't really hit that hard, If your team is aptly geared, by aptly I mean at least 5-star gear, you should not be dying to this boss at all. And that's just my personal opinion, at least not to his basic abilities. Of course, when he gets enraged, that's talk of another town, but his basic abilities are quite weak. They do not hit that hard, right? His second skill, AoE, increases his own defense and inflicts burns on all targets. Debuffs are not an issue because we have Tio. Tio literally cleanses debuffs and pushes our allies, so that's why she's so helpful, right? Of course, she's also top 2 healers in the game, in my opinion. Saren and Tio are just the top 2, and top 3 just include like Feinen. Of course, you can use Feinen as well, by the way. I used Feinen in my first C10 run because I effed up. I did not build Tio at all until I realized how strong she is for PvP. So yeah, you can even switch Tio with Feinen because she provides you immunity, which is amazing for those debuffs. She also gives you amazing heals, especially if you have at least 3-star Feinen. Right, apart from that, his third skill is again very shit. Does not deal that much damage. AoE, damage dealt increases proportional to Chimera's missing health. Now, you will find that this dude, if he uses AoE, when he's at like below those 10 bars of HP, he can instantly nuke your DPS, and that's a fact. That's what happened to me when I was probably in the first time trying to clear it. He literally nuked my Noah out of existence because, as you guys can read, this skill deals more damage the less health he has. So you gotta keep that in mind, right? You gotta save your breaks, right? Your breaks. Me personally, I can auto because, you know, my heroes are just way too powerful right now. My gear is much stronger than it should be. So I can just easily auto it. But for you, I would recommend to break him when he reaches below 10 HP bars, right? And by 10 HP bars, I mean, you know, the red HP bars you see at the top, the boss health. It usually starts with times 50. So when he's at around times 11 and 12, start using all of your skills on him. Try to break him down as soon as possible, right? That's the key. Let's just show you how my runs are going right now. Completely just full auto, of course. So I'm hoping I will not lose, because if I lose on full auto at this level, I will uninstall this game right now in front of you all. I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking right now. Alright, apart from that, how are you all? Hope you guys are doing great. My day was pretty fantastic, honestly. I had some good business today. Basically, for those of you who do not know, I operate at restaurants, been into hotel management and stuff. So yeah, mine was pretty fantastic. Some angry customers today, but apart from that, you know, it's probably the daily routine. At least in the country where I live. It's the daily freaking routine. And you have to be really patient with people, of course. You know, you're in the hospitality business. You can't be smacking them back, you know, and talking shit behind their backs. You need to be very respectful. That's the law of business, especially in hotel and restaurant business, right? I don't know why I'm saying a stupid shit, but yeah, this is the boss fight. So you can see he's at 44 health bars. This is the top. Of course, I'm using auto, so these guys are just gonna use the chain skills whenever it's on cooldown, right? Also, yeah, of course, if you're using chain skills, make sure to put Eternal as your starter companion, because she is, you know, gonna do some extra things because she is starter exclusive. Use your Noah as the finisher for the 25 CB buyback at the end, right? But yeah, apart from that, this boss is not that tough, honestly. If you have the right amount of gears, you should be easily able to take him down. The only thing is, this is more of a DPS check, just because of its passive. Wait, I don't think I explained his passive to you. That's my bad. Look at that, I just broke him. I'm just gonna pause and explain his passive. You can see it removes 2 debuffs and increases critical hit chance by 3% each turn. When the caster has a barrier, reduces weakness gauge damage taken by 50%. This pretty much never happens, honestly. It should not happen. Your DPS should be enough to break the barrier. Increases all enemies' critical hit chance by 100%. Look at that. He's literally giving us 100% crit chance for free, so you don't even need the crit buff. Actually, you do not need any crit, because it literally increases your crit chance by 100%, but reduces your critical hit damage by 100%. So that's why having a Valentine's crit damage buff is really helpful, because it increases it by 50%. So overall, you're still gonna be in deficit. Why I'm fumbling? Deficit. You're gonna be in 50% crit damage deficit, right? But it's better than 100%, of course. And the last part is quite important. It increases damage dealt to non-fire enemies and reduces damage taken from them. Second part, reduces damage dealt to fire enemies and increases damage taken from them. So it's screaming that you put fire heroes against him, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. Of course, Eternal, Valentine, Tio, all are fire heroes. Noah is not fire, but you know, Noah is just the best DPS in the game as of now. So yeah, she's just good. Also, there's like no good fire DPS as of now, in my opinion. Like we have what really is a good fire DPS right now? I can't name a single one. Right, Eternal maybe, but yeah, Eternal's damage is nowhere close to Noah. So yeah, just get Noah. Just build your Noah. Right? I think everybody has Noah. Everybody should have a Noah. I think people who do not have Noah are like playing this game on like ultra hard difficulty right now. I have massive respect to you all who do not have Noah, honestly. You are the true G's, right? I think we all are betas because we're using Noahs. Because Noah just makes the game so much more easier. Like it's literally so easy right now with Noah. Especially Noah, Tio, and if you reroll for Valentine, you just won the game. Like PvE is a joke for you. Like you should not be having troubles with PvE. Of course, like there's gonna be some certain stages like the Demi Stella stage, 10-4 hard, And like floor 96 on Skyver Tower, floor 100 possibly, even 400 is a joke now. They nerfed it to the ground, literally. So there should be no excuses. Like you should always bring Noah. Yeah, I mean, once you get the hang of it, once you clear this this boss one time, you can just simply sweep it. Like that's what I do. I don't actually play these dungeons out because look at that, they take so much time to play out. Also, look at the number of times he's moved. This boss has not moved more than 3 times in the entire fight. Insane. That's what a good controller can do. Like Valentine pushes allies. Eternal brings a great speed debuff, right? And you can constantly spam your chain skills with the help of Noah. As easy it gets. Of course, it's gonna take time. Look at that, 7 minutes. This is not a fast team. But you know what? You know what you can do next? Of course, you get 0 equipments. That's the story of my life in Chimera 10. Chimera 10 has never been so rewarding for me. Anyways, look at this. C10, team setup. Actually, no, I wanna level up. Wait, what? I wanna level up some heroes. Come on. F it, right? F it. Eternal, I can level up Eternal. What I'm gonna do is, you should always do this, by the way, just for the sake of efficiency. I want to level up my Hanbil Lee. Sigma, I want to level up Sigma, I want to level up my Bet, right? Simply sweep. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Can I get something good? Of course, a green shitty piece. Look at that. Amazing. At least we got 2 tickets. For fuck's sake. Anyways, that's the guide for C10. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something. I think it's honestly one of the easiest boss teams to build. I mean, the easiest bosses to take down. But yeah, I'll be making more videos for other bosses as well, like Tyrant Toddler, Masterless Guardian. I think Masterless Guardian is also gonna be decent to farm because of its, noob sets like attack set. Evasion set is pretty good. Evasion set could be meta. I know a lot of degenerates are using evasion set in arena, so yeah, kudos to them. Kudos. Enjoy farming this boss. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. I'm rambling too much. I'll see you guys later. Peace.